WWL Louisiana News at Noon begins with breaking news.
We do begin with that breaking news and what has become a frequent occurrence in New Orleans. A boil water advisory been issued for parts of Orleans Parish. Take a look. Right now, nearly all of the East Bank is under that advisory after a large water main break flooded streets and cars near Panola Street and South Carrollton Avenue. Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us on your Monday. That advisory was issued after a water main break flooded streets with more than 2 feet of water and caused pressure to drop. Our Rachel Hanley joining us now live from the scene with more on what happened. And Rachel, is it still flooded out there?
Well, South Carrollton Avenue, at least for right now, is dry. It was back open in time for most people's morning commutes. That's the good news. Unfortunately, there is a lot of damage around here to people's cars and homes. This is what's happening right now behind me. We know that Panola at Carrollton, this is Panola right here, was actually already closed because of some work. So this is not a new closure, but you can just see from the amount of work and the urgency that this was a pretty serious break. We heard from people around here that the water started rising around 2 o'clock this morning, and then a few hours later is when the Sewage and Water Board notified us that basically the entire East Bank, close to the entire East Bank, was under a boil water advisory. We're 2 miles away from where that break happened on Claiborne last month. Some neighborhoods around here, this is the 3rd boil water advisory since the beginning of the year. And as we said, unfortunately, there was a good amount of damage to people's homes and cars in the area. We talked to a few who say that their homes were flooded. They lost furniture, they lost photos. We talked to a woman whose car was flooded. She lost her grandmother's Bible, who had recently passed. She lost her laptop. So a lot of things for people to deal with this morning, unfortunately. We also heard about a few school closures, fewer than the last time around. There are fewer than we saw during the Claiborne break. We're keeping a running list on our website, but so far right now we've just heard from Ursuline Avenue and NMI Micro School. So the school closures, the damage around here, this road closure, the boil advisory, those are the main impacts that we're kind of keeping an eye on right now. I did talk with a spokesperson from the Sewage and Water Board. What she says is that as of right now, they don't know the cause of the break, but she said she may be able to put me in touch with somebody from the Sewage and Water Board later this afternoon. So hopefully then we will have more answers on whether this is connected to the one we saw last month or if this is another isolated incident. In Uptown New Orleans, Rachel Handley, WWL Louisiana.
All right, Rachel, thanks.